First lesson here, multiplication and division. Students will multiply and divide within 9 by 9 using sets, skip counting, and a multiplication chart. And they'll decide how to interpret the remainder in context to solve a problem and choose between multiplication and division to solve a problem. Okay, so let's start with our mental math minute. You should have out a hundreds chart. We're going to use a hundreds chart for this math minute. All right, here's our first string. 19. What is 19 plus 40? So a strategy that you could do is you could add by tens by moving down the rows and then adding one more or taking one away at the end. So you can start at 19 and then you can go down, 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 down. That's plus 40. You should have 59. Okay, what about 19 plus 41? Same thing, right? You're going to go count by tens 4 times and then add 1. So 19 plus 41, 29, 39, 49, 59, plus 1 more, 60. What about 19 plus 39? We can do the same thing. We can go 19, 29, 39, 49, 59, and then 1 less to get to 58. All right. What about 72 minus 20? So let's try that. So start at your 72. And then to go minus, you're going to go up the hundreds charts. If you want to go by tens at a time, you can go 72, 62, 52. Right? Or what about 72 minus 19? Okay, so 72, 62, 52, and then add 1 more, should be 53. Okay, great. There's our mental math minute. Next, we're going to group arrays in different ways. So you can see there's these 2 arrays here on the screen. I've drawn it twice, but we can group the dots by rows or by columns. So imagine I'm circling these and these, or I'm circling columns. So the first group would show 2 groups of 5, which is 10. The second group would show 5 groups of 2, which is also 10. So 5 plus 5 is 10, and 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 is also 10. But what operation could I use instead of repeated addition? Right? So here they are. What are some addition equations and 2 multiplication equations for the array? So this one here, it could be 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Could also be 4 plus 4. Or it could be 2 times 4. This one here, it could be 4 plus 4 plus 4. Or it could be 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. Or you could write 3 times 4. Okay, those are your exercises that I just did. Oops. Remember, if you haven't memorized the multiplication fact, you can do the repeated addition by skip counting. So, for example, 5 times 2. If I don't know that fact, I could skip count by 2's 5 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. You could also show this on a number line. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, here's some exercises. Use a number line to multiply these numbers. I'll distribute out number lines to each of you. All right, once you're finished those, first one should be 18. Second one should be also 18. C is 14 and D is 14. Oh, there's your number line right there. Look at that. Nice. Okay, 4 times 3 is 12. 4 times 3 is 12. So adding 3 4 times is 12. You can also say that 12 is 4 times as many as 3. So write an equation to show your answer. A, Ivan sang 3 karaoke songs. Sarah sang twice as many songs as Ivan. How many songs did Sarah sing? B. Alice ate 2 strawberries. Fred ate 5 times as many strawberries as Alice. How many strawberries did Fred eat? And then C. Lily's file is 3 megabytes. Tina's file is 3 times as large as Lily's. How big is Tina's file? Okay, work on those. The answers for the first one, 2 times 3 is equal to 6. B, 5 times 2 is equal to 10. C, 3 times 3 is equal to 9, so 9 megabytes. All right, so we're relating situations to multiplication and division using sets. So we have 5 vans, 8 people in each van, and 40 people altogether. If you didn't know how many people there are altogether, you can get it by adding or by multiplying. So you could add, if you were trying to get the number of people altogether, you could add 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 8, which is 40. Or you could do 5 times 8 to get 40. If you didn't know how many vans you needed, you could use division. You could do 40 divided by 8 equals 5. Or if you didn't know the number of people in each van, you could also use division. You could do 40 people altogether divided by 5 vans makes 8 people in each van. So the amount you didn't know tells you whether to multiply or divide. Okay, for these exercises, please use your multiplication chart. So the first one, we don't know how many people altogether. There are 4 teams of 8. And the second, we have 6 people altogether on 2 teams, and we want to know how many people on each team. Okay, and then there's more exercises, trying to find the question mark for each of these. Okay, your answers for A was 4 times 8 equals 32. B is 6 divided by 2 is 3. C is 8 divided by 2 is 4. D is 63 divided by 7 is 9. And E is 6 times 2 is 12. And then F is 18 divided by 3 is 6. So if you struggle with solving division, it helps to think of the complete fact family. So if you're not sure what divided by 4 is 8, you can use the fact family to multiply. So the fact family here is 4 times 8 equals the blank. And so you can count up by 8s 4 times, or up by 4 8 times, or you can start learning that 4 times 8 is 32. So then 32 divided by 4 is 8. Okay? So for these exercises, you're going to fill in the blank using either skip counting, multiplication facts, or drawing out in groups. Once you're finished, A is 24, B is 8, C is 6, D is 32, E is 8, and F is 6. Okay, so now we're going to do division with remainders. So if 3 people share 14 almonds, we can show this with a picture, right? We can draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 almonds. And we can go ahead and circle groups of 4 to show 3 people. So we're circling 1 person, 2 people, 3 people. They all have 4 almonds each, and then there's 2 left over. So each person gets 4 almonds, and there's 2 left over, and you can write that as a division with a remainder, as 14 divided by 3 equals 4R2. All right, so share the almonds as equally as possible and draw a picture and write a division equation for all of these exercises. Okay, so A is 8 divided by 3 equals 2 remainder 2. B is 13 divided by 5 equals 2 remainder 3. C is 15 divided by 4 equals 3 remainder 3. And D is 9 divided by 2 equals 4 remainder 1. Okay, here's some more exercises. Use 20 divided by 3 equals 6 remainder 2 to answer the question. Each ticket at a fair costs $3. Josh has $20. How many tickets can Josh buy? 20 people go canoeing. Each canoe holds 3 people. How many canoes do they need? Sally has 20 pencils. She puts 3 pencils in each bag until she can't make another bag of 3. Then she keeps the leftovers. How many pencils does she keep? So your answer is going to be 6, 7, and 2. Okay. Oh. All right. And discuss this one with a partner. Why each part in that last example has different answers, even though they use the same numbers. An example explanation might be that in part A, Josh can't buy part of a ticket, so the remaining $2 has to be ignored. Josh can't spend all of his $20. In part B, you need to make sure that all 20 people can go, so you fill up canoes with 3 people, and then you still use 1 more canoe for the remaining 2 people. And in C, it's the remainder that Sally keeps. And that was your discussion. Okay, now you have some extensions. Jennifer reads 5 pages of a book per day. It takes her 37 days to finish the book. What are the possible numbers of pages in the book? The basketball team raised money to buy team t-shirts. The team has enough money to buy 15 shirts at $8 each. What are the possible dollar amounts the team raised? Look at any 2x2 square on a times tables chart. Multiply each diagonal, in this example 10 times 18 and 12 times 15. What do you notice? Explain why this happens. 10 times 18 and 12 times 15. Will the same result hold if you multiply opposite corners, top left and bottom right, of any rectangle in the multiplication chart? Calculate the number of days in a non-leap year by pretending each month has 30 days and then adjusting your answer. Each ride at an amusement park costs 5 tickets. Lynn has 17 tickets, Raj has 11, and Mark has 16 tickets. If they each use as many tickets as they can, will there be enough leftover tickets so that the one person can buy the remaining tickets from the other 2 and use it for another ride? Some rides at an amusement park cost 5 tickets and others cost 3 tickets. Kate has 22 tickets. How could she use all her tickets at the park and not have any left over? And pick one number from each row. They have to be from different columns. And add the 5 numbers that you picked and repeat with different selections and what you notice about the sums and why. And then when you're done this, work through pages 1 through 4 in the practice book. Okay, I'll go through the answers now to these. Question 1, the answer is 181, 182, 183, 184, and 185. Because in the first 36 days, she read 36 times 5, which is 180 pages. And on the last day, she read 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 pages. Number 2, the basketball team has raised 120, 121, 122, 123, 124, 125, 126, or $127 because they need at least $15 times 8 to buy 15 shirts. And 16 times 8 would be enough for 16 shirts. This one, when you multiply them, the answers are equal. It's because you're multiplying the same numbers in different orders. For example, 18 times 10 is 5 times 2 times 6 times 3, while 12 times 15 is 6 times 2 times 5 times 3. And so in both cases, you're multiplying the same numbers, and they're all being multiplied. And B is yes, they will be. They will still all be the same. If each month had 30 days, there would be 360 days in a year, but 7 months have 31 days, and 1 month only has 28. So you adjust 360 by adding 7 and taking away 5 to get 365 days in a non-leap year. Lynn can go on 3 rides with the 2 tickets left over. Raj can go on 2 rides with 1 ticket left over, and Mark can go on 3 rides with 1 ticket left over. Together they have 4 leftover tickets, which is not enough for another rides. If you have trouble with that one, you can make a table with the headings: number of 5-ticket rides, number of 3-ticket rides, and total number of tickets used. She can go on 2 5-ticket rides and 4 3-ticket rides. And finally, the 2 sums are the same. It happens because no matter which row you pick from, you're either adding 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 to the first number from that row. Since you picked one number from each column, you add 0 once, 1 once, 2 once, 3 once, and 4 once. So the sum is 1 plus 8 plus 11 plus 16 plus 21 plus 0 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is always 65. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. How do I stop this recording now? How do I stop the recording? Stop. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that. How do I do this?